So in today's video, I will be showing you how to create your own unit. For instructions on how I protect my mannequin head, I will leave the link down in the description box below, so be sure to go ahead and check it out. So before we get started, what you will need is any of your choice spandex dome style wig cap, some thread, T-pins, scissors, needles. I use 4 and I pre-thread them, and your bundles and frontal. So the first thing you want to do is take your wig cap, and if you're using the mesh style, you're going to take there's a triangle that connects in the back. You're going to put that towards the back of your mannequin head. Put the wig cap on. Make sure it's nice and fitted, and you're going to pin it down in the back. Once you have the wig cap pinned down so it won't move, you're going to take your frontal, and I've already plucked it and everything. Braid it down so the hairs could be out of your way, and make sure it is at least 1 inch in front of the cap. Okay, want to make sure that it's centered as well. Okay. And pin that down on both sides, so okay, pin on that side. Pin on this side. Okay. All right. Go ahead and make sure that the back is laying flat, so that way when you start to sew it down, you don't have any lumps, bumps, and it's flat as can be. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a pin at the top here. And now we have a flat frontal, so you can start sewing it down now. So, how I sew down my frontals, I go from one end to the next. That's just how I do it. I've never had any issues where it's all lumpy when it's done. So, I'm going to take my needle, push it through the frontal at the very end and through the mesh cap. Make sure you do not go through the elastic band, or it will not stretch. I take it through the 2 pieces of thread, I'm not sure if you can see that, and tighten it. This way my frontal will not come off, and it'll be secure up until I decide to take this out. So just gonna do the same thing through the hole up until you are done with the frontal. Make sure you are sewing it tightly and closely together. I see a lot of people use nylon thread. I want to try and use nylon thread for the simple fact that every hair influencer or beauty influencer that I've seen use it, they always say that it doesn't tangle as bad as cotton thread. So for now, I'll use cotton. I do hate that it tangles so much, but yeah. While I'm making wigs, I usually have something playing in the background just to make this go by faster. So you're just gonna do this. And see, that right there is why I'm thinking about switching to nylon. Right here, don't sew on them. That'll only again make it tighter and you won't be able to stretch out the wig. So you're just going to skip right over it and continue with what you were doing. So when you come to the end of your frontal, take it through the frontal, through the cap, not the elastic band. Wrap your thread around it 3 times and pull. This will create the first knot. And then you're going to put 2 more knots over it. One, two, and did the first step, which is laying down your frontal. Next, we are going to go on to doing your bundles, sewing down your bundles. So now we're going to start sewing down the first bundle. what I do is double the back, single the top, and I always fold over my bundles. Why? Because I have a pet peeve with cutting bundles. I do. It's a big pet peeve of mine. So you're going to take T-pins. I use T-pins as a guide. So we're going to start like this. So from one end of the frontal to the next. So get the end of your first bundle. And just guide it onto where you want it. Pin it at the back as well. Pin it right there. And then take another T-pin and pin it right here. So again, take it. I'm sorry if my hand is in the way, but take it. Another thing I don't do that most people do is go through the wefts. I don't do that. That's just not a habit that I picked up, and I don't think I'm gonna pick it up anytime soon. So making a wig is kind of a freaking whole job in itself when it comes to this particular thread. Okay. Take it through. And you see how this cotton is just balling up in front of your eyes. Cotton thread. Just keep going. Keep going until it is secure. You're going to pull it. And voila. So once you're done with that, you're just going to begin to sew. Again, when you're sewing in the back area here, make sure you are not, I repeat, not going through the elastic band, and you're only going through the mesh. Why only go through the mesh? Because when it's time to put on your wig, when you're done making it, it will not stretch. Take that T-pin out there and just keep going. That is the stitching. Okay, so I will be back to you once it's time to flip it over. So now it's time to flip this over. So what we are going to do is through, pull, take this T-pin out and just stick it there. Last one around the needle 3 times. Pull, tighten. Take this, take your bundle, flip it over. You want to pin it so you can have a guide. So you're going to go through that, loop it, pull it, and you're going to go through it again, and this time you will be creating a knot. 1, 2, 3. And pull. That way it's flat. It's not no lumps. Let me go ahead and zoom that in for you. See? Flat. And just go ahead and continue sewing. So now that we are at the top of the wig, it'll look like a U. So now we're just going to start going across up until we get to the top. So just gonna place my track here. And even with being at the top of the unit, I still do not cut my wefts. Okay, put those T-pins there, and we're going to start. flip it over. And you're just going to keep sewing back and forth until you get to the top. Now when we come to the top, I will be back to show you how I close off this unit. So we've come to the top of the unit where we are going to be connecting one weft, well, a single weft to a track. This is the only time that I cut my wefts because we're about to close it up. So again, you want to start your needle, bring it, your needle, bring it through the frontal, through the weft, loop it, well, put it between the thread, pull, okay, then you're going to make the first knot, one, two, three, and pull. Now you're just going to connect it, and the reason you connect it is to have a flat transition between frontal and weft.